Welcome. In this video I'm going to be adding Bluetooth to a 2006 Honda Odyssey. Now this is the EXL model. I think this would also pertain to the Touring model. Specifically you need the rear entertainment system with the RCA jacks in the third row. So I'm starting out here on my bench with the hardware I'll be using. So this is a Felipe Bluetooth receiver and this is an and hot USB charger. So you should be able to use pretty much any USB charger. This is the one I chose. It has power delivery and 2.4 amp in it. So I'll set that aside. Let's get this out. Let's take a look at the user manual. So here are the specs. You can pause and read through those. So this supports NFC pairing. I don't think the phone I'm going to be using supports that, but if that's a feature you want, this has it. It says automatically or turn off Bluetooth wireless connection. So here we have a diagram here. We'll just look at this on the device itself. That's kind of hard to see. Here are the instructions. You can pause and read through those, although I'll be going over the procedure to pair this up. So let's get this out. So here's the Bluetooth receiver. We have a button on top. It's rubberized on the bottom. We have micro USB in. We have two RCA outs and also a headphone out. So it comes with a couple cables. It has a 3.5 to 3.5 millimeter cable. We have the micro USB power cable and we have an RCA to headphone cable. So to test this out, I have these old speakers with a headphone jack. Now you could test this in the car. I think it's easier just to test on my bench. So there's audio out with RCA or the headphone out. I'll plug into it and I'm actually going to use a power bank here with this USB adapter so I can test that it works. Of course, you could just plug this into a USB charger. Let's see how long this cable is. I don't think this cable is going to be long enough. The cable's just over 3 feet. We'll have to measure that in the car. So I'm going to plug this in. It has power. Now I'll go into my iPad and I'll look under Bluetooth and we see BLS B11. So I'll tap that. I'll turn the speaker on. I'm going to do that again. Okay, so it chimed when it connected. Now I should be able to play something here. Now I do hear some noise. I would almost bet it's this. Let me plug this into my USB power adapter.
Bluetooth mode.
I'm still hearing noise. Oh, it went away. It could be these speakers. These are old speakers. So we'll test that out in the car. So that worked very easily, but there's a specific reason why I choose this receiver. I have a number of Bluetooth transmitter receivers and they have batteries in them, and that is a great feature to have. But for the application I have here, I don't want a battery in it and I don't want to have to turn it on or off. So this turned on automatically when I plugged it in. This will be located in the back of the vehicle. You really don't want to have to crawl back there to turn it on every time you get in the car. This way, when the car powers on, the 12-volt socket will get power and then this will just turn on and work. So let's go get this installed in the car. So we could use RCA to RCA, but we'll use this cable. This will work well. So we'll plug the 3.5 into audio out here, and then we're going to plug this into the input in the car. Okay, so I'm in the back of the 2006 Honda Odyssey. The power we'll be using is over here. And we'll be connecting the audio in here. So this lid's not opening very far. There's actually money back there. That's really stuck. So let's get this wired up. So I'll pull this open and I'll plug power in here. Now that's only powered when the car is on. Now there's something to point out here, and I say this from experience when I was testing this, is that if you raise this seat up or put it down while that's in there, that will break. So if we look at the length of that, boy, that just barely reaches. Now here we have red and white. Red is going to go into the right side and white is left. So think R, red right, white left. Wish I could show this a little better. So that should be everything hooked up. Let's head to the front and test it out. Can we close the lid here? Looks like we can. It's a little bit ugly. Now before I leave this area, I want to talk about some optimizations you can make. So I'm guessing this whole panel could be removed, and that obviously has power there. So you could potentially tap off power there and wire in a USB port right here. Now on the Touring models, I think this actually has a 120 volt outlet, and you could plug a USB charger in there, but then you're running through an inverter and such, and I don't know that that's necessary, but you could drill a hole somewhere in here and put a USB port. So if you had a USB port in here, you could get a real short USB cable, you could tuck this in, and then get a short cable to hook into the audio, and you could just tuck this in here and hide it away. But for now, we're going to have this kind of rat's nest, and we'll save our optimization for another day. Okay, so now we're at the front of the car. I'll turn accessory mode on. The radio is on. I'll want to hit DVD aux over here. I still have it connected to my iPad, so I'll play. So now it's playing music through the iPad. Let me turn this up while nothing's playing. I do hear a tiny bit of noise. So the noise I hear is actually the FM tuner. Maybe that is always tuning, and when you press it, it just switches to it. But I think some of the audio from that is bleeding into the auxiliary. But you can barely hear it, and when I'm playing music, you can't hear it at all. So that was at full volume. But when I play something, I'm only hearing my music. So I have this hooked up to my iPad. I'm going to unpair this, and then I will pair it with a phone. I was just using this for my video here. So that's an easy way to add Bluetooth to 2006 Honda Odyssey. This would also pertain to other Honda Odysseys with the rear entertainment system and those RCA jacks. And this would also pertain to other vehicles that have RCA inputs or auxiliary inputs. The key to this is that Bluetooth receiver. It turns on and off with car power, so I don't have to push a button to enable it. It just works. And the other nice thing about it is you don't have to mess with factory wiring to get it to work. You just plug it in and use it. Although I did mention some optimizations you could make by wiring in a USB port in that rear little storage area. And that would keep you from accidentally breaking off that USB charger or it accidentally disconnecting. So that's all I'm going to cover in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate it if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.